Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Low Country. This is News 2 at 6.
An emergency repair forces westbound lanes on 526, the Wando Bridge to close, and drivers in the Low Country are feeling the impact.
Yeah, tonight we speak with drivers who say safety is a major concern while they are sitting in traffic. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Murray.
And I'm Brendan Clark. Traffic chaos in the Low Country due to the westbound lanes on 526, the Wando Bridge shutting down.
Yeah, we've been talking about this, of course, since yesterday. It's causing drivers to sit for hours. Let's take a look at the Ravenel Bridge right now. And as you can see, cars are bumper to bumper in the right-hand lanes while entering Charleston. Drivers are having to use the bridge as a detour since access to the westbound lanes of 526 between Mount Pleasant and Daniel Island have closed. But if you see, take a look at the traffic a little bit closer to us right now. We are hearing from Mount Pleasant police right now that this is also because of the possible disabled vehicle. Again, these are the lanes closest to us, the traffic coming into Mount Pleasant.
We have team coverage on how it is impacting drivers and businesses. News 2's Macy McLeod is live in Mount Pleasant. News 2's Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owens live on Daniel Island.
Let's begin with Macy. And Macy, you had a chance to speak with drivers who say that safety has certainly been a concern for them.
I did. I want to give you a look out here at Highway 17. We're on Highway 17 South. This is heading toward the Ravenel Bridge, and you can see it is pretty much still bumper to bumper traffic. We were just sitting in this and we weren't going more than 8 to 10 miles an hour when we actually were moving through that traffic. So it is moving, it's just moving slowly. So I did speak to some of those drivers today, and they tell me yesterday their commutes that usually take 10 to 15 minutes, well, they took upwards of an hour, and they were dreading those commutes today. They tell me not only were they stuck in their car for hours, but they had to navigate careless drivers trying to cut around traffic.
We're trying to go down the shoulder of the highway to get to the Long Point exit, even though everyone else was doing the correct thing and staying on the highway, you know, stuff like that.
It's throwing everything off, and traffic is getting even crazier because when you add people driving erratically to the traffic that's already there, you're just causing accidents, and then you're backing everybody else up for like another hour.
And we are expecting more of the same tomorrow. Drivers out on the roads trying to find those alternate routes and clogging up some of the roadways. So make sure you leave early and drive very carefully. Reporting live in Mount Pleasant, Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
Westbound lanes of 526 being shut down, a major impact in so many ways, including for people who live and work on Daniel Island.
Yeah, and that's where we find News 2's Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owens. He's been speaking with a small business today because they've been impacted by a very big way. Raymond?
That's right, guys. You talk about traffic and being a problem. It's also a problem if you don't have enough traffic. And since there's no traffic coming across the bridge, across the Wando into Daniel Island, it definitely is having an impact on local businesses here on Daniel Island, like the Honeycomb Cafe.
We are open for breakfast and for lunch. Everything is homemade here. We crack our own eggs and have our own homemade biscuit.
In other words, they sell good food, but if customers can't get to their restaurant, they can't sell anything.
We love it here on Daniel Island. We've been here for about 7.5 years.
Off in the distance, you can see the problem. Vehicles headed away from Daniel Island, but nobody can make that quick trip from Mount Pleasant across the bridge to eat at Honeycomb Cafe.
We're usually pretty busy. We get a crowd in the morning. We call them the breakfast morning bunch, about 12 to 16 people sometimes.
These are their seats, and you can see the tables are set, but no one's here to enjoy the early morning meals and time with friends.
The breakfast bunch did not show up today.
Lunch didn't look much better. Take a look at the crowd at noon. One table and a gentleman over at the counter. By 12:15, the man at the counter was alone. This place is usually packed at lunch. With the downtime, they had to look for things to do.
Really? Usually it takes me about 7 minutes to get here to work. I live in Mount Pleasant and I just hop right on the bridge. It took me about an hour to get to work today.
So they understand the problem, and she says they've had roadblocks before.
When we've gone through hurricanes and bridge freezing over and things like that, you know, you just come in with a smile and just make sure whoever comes in, it gets served and enjoys their meal and has a really good experience.
As you can see there, major impact to this small business, and people here tell me that they're just hoping that there's some sort of scenario that would allow people to be able to get across one way or the other in some time frame less than several weeks. Live on Daniel Island, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
Right now, we want you to take a look at this cable. This is the cable, and the concern right now, this cable apparently snapped. It is the reason the traffic in the westbound lanes over the Wando have been shut down. South Carolina Department of Transportation engineers found this snapped cable on Monday inside the bridge structure. Sources say it could take weeks for this to be repaired and the westbound lanes of that bridge to be reopened. News 2's Libba Holland explains more about what happened and what you could expect over the next 24 hours.
Well, I have to admit it's rather strange to see an empty stretch of 526 like what's behind me, but this will be set up for at least another day. Right now, SCDOT crews are in the inspection phase. They have to do that before they make any repairs.
This cable here is the one that ruptured or broke.
SCDOT officials say 92 cables hold individual blocks together that support the bridge. It's called a segmental box bridge, the only one in South Carolina. Yesterday, engineers found this cable during a routine inspection.
You can see the numerous strands and just kind of what that rupture looks like.
That began a 48-hour westbound bridge shutdown for a thorough inspection. SCDOT officials met with Governor Henry McMaster today. Mount Pleasant Mayor Will Haney gave an update on Facebook.
Governor McMaster has called the federal government, and he let me know that he is on top of this.
He says the federal government is ready to assist with commerce. An extra DOT staff has been dispatched to help the Lowcountry manage traffic.
This is a time for us to show a lot of grace and a lot of patience, but please know that at every level of government we are working on this issue to make it better.
SCDOT officials are expected to give an update tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully we'll learn exactly how long this repair will last. In Mount Pleasant, Libba Holland, Count on 2.
And as the westbound lanes of the Wando Bridge on 526 are closed for repairs, gate hours for the Wando, Welch, and North Charleston terminals are changing to help when it comes to traffic flow. Tonight, the Wando terminal will close at 11 o'clock, but tomorrow through Friday, both terminals will open at 3 a.m., then close at 8 p.m. Refrigerated ship hours are from 6 a.m., close at 4:30. Saturday, full gate operations resume at 6 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon.
Due to the westbound lane closure on the Wando Bridge, the time frame for construction on I-26 has been adjusted. Tonight and tomorrow, I-26 westbound at the Mount Pleasant Street and Cosgrove Avenue exits will close at 10 o'clock and reopen at 6 in the morning. I-26 eastbound lanes at the Cosgrove and Cypress Avenue exits will close at 7 p.m. and reopen at 6 a.m. A full detour of eastbound traffic will start at 11 o'clock at night. Crews will install steel girders over I-26 for that future ramp onto Meeting Street. And of course, we will continue following the westbound lane closure of the Wando Bridge as crews work to repair that damaged cable. You can go to our website to read more. Just go to counton2.com for more information.
Other news happening now, a meeting to address widening U.S. Highway 17 and Main Road. Charleston County Council must approve separating the project to help staff expedite the improvements. News 2's Deanne Roberts is at the meeting in North Charleston and has the latest.
Brendan, this is the first time Charleston County staff is bringing a proposal about widening Main Road and improving the US 17 and Main Road intersection to the Charleston County Finance Committee. Tonight's plan of action is to ask council to approve segmenting the project into 3 segments. Segment A is US 17 and Main Road intersection improvements from Bees Ferry Road to River Road. Segment B is Bohicket Road improvements from Maybank Highway to Betsy Carrison Parkway. And Segment C is Main Road from River Road to Maybank Highway. The county believes separating the project will speed up the process of the entire project and help alleviate traffic problems right here in the Lowcountry.
We are trying to provide traffic relief to Johns Island, basically from Bees Ferry Road out to the Betsy Carrison Parkway. There's been a long-standing problem, especially in the intersection of 17 and Main in the south part of the county, and this is to try to alleviate that congestion.
Charleston County says this is the hard part. Once they get everything approved and finalized and can begin construction will only take about 2 years. There's lots on this agenda tonight for the Charleston County Finance Committee. Tonight at 11, I'll bring you the full details of everything that happened. Reporting in Charleston County tonight, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
Somerville is planning to buy land near the Ashley River to preserve it for people. Last week, Town Council approved the purchase of a 34-acre property called the Bend on the Ashley. It was previously slated for development, but now the town plans to turn it into an outdoor recreational area. Councilman Bob Jackson said purchasing this is important to preserving the natural resources in this area.
Saving the land saves the river, saves the wildlife, and enhances the experience for the citizens that can use it.
Council approved the purchase of the land for no more than $900,000, and officials say they expect the purchase to be complete within the next month. That money will come from hospitality taxes and impact fees for parks and recreation that has already been collected.
Next on News 2.
A primary fight between two Republicans for the governor's seat.
In tonight's reality check, we're breaking down where campaign donations are coming from and how candidates are spending it.